Hey Gemini, thanks for checking out your weekly forecast. I do apologize, this is kind of a late post, but we're tapping into the Lionsgate energy here, and that's going to be around for a while. So we're going to see what's going on for Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead. And as we're coming into Lionsgate, how these energies are going to be affecting Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising. Also, love readings are late coming up. I am backed up, so I'll be pulling love cards at the end of the reading for those of you who are interested in love and romance. I don't want to keep you guys in suspense. I don't want to keep you hanging. So we're going to cover love at the end here as well. But we're going to see what's coming in here for Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead, especially around this Lionsgate energy. So the first card we have coming up, my darlings, is the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is wishes coming true. Nine of Cups is going to be a card letting you know that the things that you're desiring, the things that you're hoping for, you're going to see them come into fruition. You're going to see them coming your way. Nine of Cups for me in my readings also comes up with a message when the universe is trying to say, look, you might have a feeling or a sense that something good is about to happen, or you might have a feeling or a sense that there's some financial blessing that's going to be coming your way. But it might feel a little bit delayed, or you're like, when is it going to hurry up and happen? One of the things that happens with Nine of Cups is people might look at us like we're selfish or we're greedy, or like, look at us, we have so much. They might kind of look at us kind of like in that hater kind of way. So Nine of Cups for me in my reading sometimes comes up to say that, look, this blessing is going to come in, but what Spirit needs you to do right now in the meantime to help speed things along is to keep reminding yourself that you deserve it, that you worked for it, that you deserve it, that it's okay for you to have it, and it's okay for you to keep it. Because there might be people around you that are going to come rushing up with hands out like, Gemini, what about me? What about me? What about me? And as loving and as generous as you might be, if you give to every single person every single time they ask, you're going to find yourself in a situation where there's nothing left for you. And Spirit doesn't want to see that happen. Spirit doesn't want to see this blessing come in and then have it get, gobbled up by the people around you before you've even had a chance to enjoy anything. So boundaries. Work on your boundaries right now, Gemini. Get okay with telling people no. Get comfortable with telling people no. And not feeling like you have to explain yourself about everything, right? You don't have to get into details. You don't have to, answer to anybody, right? Just work on a sense of deservingness and work on a sense of being able to tell people no. Okay, and give yourself permission that, hey, I worked for this. It's okay for me to have it. It's okay for me to hold on to it. It's okay for me to keep it. I don't have to give everything away. That's a little bit of homework that Spirit has for you as these blessings are coming your way. Your next card coming in here is the Five of Swords. Now, Five of Swords traditionally in tarot is going to come in with the feeling or the sense of like the burning of bridges, right? The burning of bridges, the energy of like fights or disagreements. Sometimes it could be something escalating, something very small escalating into a big deal. For me in my readings, one of the things that I've noticed, Five of Swords comes up a lot of the times when you're in a situation where you're being triggered, right? And unfortunately, a lot of the times I see this card come up when someone is intentionally pushing certain buttons to get you to do what they want you to do, right? Like they kind of know how to make you feel bad or how to make you feel guilty or how to make you feel like, you owe it to them or whatever it might be. You might have someone who's pushing these buttons in order to get what they want out of you, right? Or you might just be finding yourself in a situation where you're getting a little bit triggered. if this happens, as unpleasant as the thought of it is, it's actually a beautiful gift, because it gives you the opportunity to take a step aside instead of reacting, instead of getting into it with this person, to take a step aside and to be able to say, okay, like, you know, just write this out, begin writing this out. You know, like, what happened? You know, who was involved? What did they say? How did it make me feel? Who else in my life before this has made me feel this way before? Like, just sit with that and like think about that and see how far back you can go and write all of that out. And then you're going to write out, why do I think they did this to me? Like, why do I think they said this or did this? Why do I think they did this thing that made me feel this way? And then you're going to write out like a release to them, like you're forgiving them, you're letting them go. You're going to write out and forgive yourself of anything, any judgments that you have of yourself, anything that you're cringing or feeling embarrassed about or wishing you had done differently. You're going to write out a release and forgiveness for yourself. And then you're going to write at the end how you're choosing to feel about yourself and about the situation from now on moving forward. How you're choosing to feel about it instead. How you're choosing to feel about you instead. If you do this, you're going to be able to deactivate the trigger. It's not going to exist anymore. So no matter how many times this person or anybody else tries to find that button and push it, they can push all they want. They can push away, but that button is going to be inactive. It's not going to have any effect, right? So this is actually a really great opportunity to take your power back, if you're willing to take the time to do that little writing exercise I just talked about. Okay, so you might be in a situation where you're getting triggered. For some of you, the blessings are already coming in and you have people kind of trying to make you feel bad about it or guilty about it. There could be power struggles. Some of you might be deciding once and for all to burn some bridges. Maybe you're getting a little bit feisty here as the energies are shifting and as you're opening up for these blessings and manifestations. Some of you might be letting the past go, and some of you might be deciding to burn some bridges here. Your next card coming up here, Gemini, is the Eight of Cups. Okay? Eight of Cups usually comes up when we're looking to move past and find things that are more meaningful. Like, we're searching for meaning, we're searching for fulfillment, we're searching for what matters. Okay, so some of you may be burning bridges in this way, or you may just be deciding that I'm done going back and forth with these people. I'm done with power struggles. I'm done with this craziness. And you might be focusing your attention on what matters, on what gives you purpose, on what gives you feeling, on what gives you fulfillment and fullness, right? Some of you maybe are celebrating successes that you've had, but you're still feeling like something is missing. Because for me, a lot of the times, Eight of Cups comes up for people who are kind of overachievers. They'll set a goal for themselves and they won't rest until they accomplish that goal. But the joy in accomplishing that goal is very short-lived. It doesn't take long before they feel like, you know what, I'm really glad I accomplished this, I'm thankful for it, but something is still missing. Like, something is still missing. I'm still, you know, like, just, I don't know what it is. Maybe I chose the wrong goal. Maybe I'll be happier or more fulfilled when I accomplish this other goal instead. So happiness forever becomes like the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Happiness is constantly something that's being chased or worked towards. It's never here. So Eight of Cups is like, look, everything you're working for is going to happen. But in order for you to be able to be satisfied and to feel happy with what's coming in, Eight of Cups tells us this is the time to pay attention to our spiritual connection. We need to make a spiritual connection, because that's what's missing when the Eight of Cups comes up. We're searching for that spiritual connection. So anything that you can do to bring you in a place of zen, in your moment of zen, in your moment of bliss, in your moment of like renewal or inspiration, or anything that fills you with a sense of like universal love, it could be volunteering, it could be listening to music or playing music, it could be being in the water, it can be being in nature, whatever brings you to just this moment of peacefulness, blissfulness inside your spirit, inside your heart. Try to spend time in that energy. This is going to help you go within and make that spiritual connection. It's already inside of you. You were born with the equipment, so to speak. It's already in you. But if you can be in this stillness, if you can be in this bliss, you're going to find yourself making that connection. Okay? So even though something, for example, like swimming might not be considered something spiritual, it can be a big part in you making your spiritual connection, right? Or gardening, or hiking, or biking, or music, or painting, or spending time with animals, or whatever it might be. Anything that brings you into that sense of like blissfulness and that sense of peace and connection is going to help you make the connection to the higher self, to God, to spirit. Okay? The next card coming up here is the Two of Wands. And Two of Wands comes up when we have choices to make, when we have decisions to make. This can be a card of business partnerships. It can also be a card of balancing the pros and cons in a situation. Okay? I see Two of Wands come up sometimes in a situation where someone is making you an offer. They're presenting you with an offer. They see how much you're bringing to the table. They see how much they're going to benefit from you. And they also see that you have no idea. You have no idea how much value you possess for them, how much you're bringing to the table for them. You're completely and totally clueless in regard to how much they're going to benefit from working with you or having you around. And so as they're giving you this offer, they know you don't know, and they might lowball you. They might be looking for a deal. They might be looking for a steal here. So be aware of any offers that are coming your way. This is going to be a good time for you to do research. For example, if this is a job that's coming your way, that's being offered your way, or a promotion that's being offered your way, do some quick research here. What is the market value for it? What are the responsibilities? What are the tasks that someone in this position does? And how much do they get paid? Right? And you might be able to come back and negotiate that. Well, this is what the market value is. If it's not something like that, it could be like a personal offer, or somebody's like offering to help you out. You might want to ask questions. Okay, well, what does this mean? And the best example that I can give you, somebody might be like, oh, hey, Gemini, I know you're trying to start that business, or I know you're trying to go back to school, or, I know you've been on hard times. I've got an extra space, or I got a place where you can stay. Why don't you come and stay here, and I won't charge you rent, but you can just help me out around the house. You can help me out with like whatever needs to be done. That sounds like a great deal. And there's been a lot of people that have been offered something similar. But you need to ask, okay, what does that mean? What kind of tasks are you going to need me to help with? Are there going to be, like, is this going to be on call? Is this going to be, like if someone says, oh, you can help me out and you can, like, watch my kids when I'm not around. Okay, again, how many hours a week are we talking? What are the hours that we are talking? What are the things you're expecting me to do? You might agree to help out around the house, but you might not be agreeing to like go up on the roof and like patch holes in the roof, right? That might be something that you're not willing to do or you're not comfortable doing. So what does that mean exactly? It's important for you to ask, what does that mean exactly? Okay, so decisions, weighing the pros and cons, weighing the value of the situation, what you're putting out, what you're getting back. It's a good idea for you to do some research or some gathering of information. Now, we're going to pull a few cards around love and romance here, because as I said, I am behind on getting videos up, and I don't want you guys who are interested in love and romance to be without it. Do let me know in the comments if you would prefer me to do this format every single week, or if you guys like to have the love readings once a month. and in separate videos. Alrighty, my dears, what do we have here? 1, 2, 3. So this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The first card we have coming up here is the Two of Pentacles. Okay, now I know some of you are nervous because we have the Two of Wands, now we have the Two of Pentacles, and unfortunately these are cards that kind of gotten typecast in tarot, especially people watching love readings, as like somebody being unfaithful or somebody cheating. Now, I'm not saying that that never happens, and I'm not saying that can't be the case, but it depends on the energy that's coming into the reading and the other cards around it. Okay, it's not going to be that clear cut. Just because you see Two of Pentacles, it doesn't mean somebody is automatically cheating. Okay, it can be that some of you are feeling that a relationship is a lot of work. A lot of work. Okay, you might be feeling like it's really hard for you to balance your life, your responsibilities, your obligations with this relationship. Some of you are having a very hard time finding work-life balance, okay? Or you might be feeling like a relationship is a lot of hard work and you're giving it your all. When Two of Pentacles comes up, it tells us two things. Number one, you need to approach the situation differently. You have to come into this with some playfulness. You have to try to find some fun. You have to find a way to focus on the aspects of it that you enjoy, okay? And focus on that joy. Try to get the love back for it, the joy back for it. Secondly, Two of Pentacles can come up sometimes when we're too much inside of our head. We're feeling embarrassed or inferior in some kind of way, or we're feeling like we're being judged. And the Two of Pentacles says we got to get out of our head. We're not mind readers. We don't know what other people are thinking. Okay? Stop judging ourselves. Get out of our head. Be present in the moment and try to find a fun way of approaching the situation, right? I sometimes give the example with a couple, you know, like maybe you're feeling like you don't have the closeness you want with this person. You might feel like you guys don't have like the emotional intimacy that you would like. And sometimes the way we might approach that is we want to talk about it, right? But the other person might shut down. Or the other person might feel like, well, why are you questioning me? Why are you interrogating me? What is this? And you're like, I'm not trying to interrogate you. I'm just trying to like get close to you. I just want like the wall to come down, right? So the message here is try to bond through playfulness. Try to bond through lighter energy, right? This person might not respond to you asking a lot of questions, even though they're valid questions. This person might relax and lower their wall if they feel comfortable and safe and they're having fun and they're laughing. You know, this might be a better way of establishing that closeness instead of coming at them with that we need to talk kind of energy. So this could be helpful for a lot of you in your love life in this week. So the next card we have coming up here is the Fool, and this is a major arcana card. The Fool card is a leap of faith. And for me, when it comes up in love readings, you might be dealing with someone who's very different from your usual type, and you may be very different from theirs. There could be a significant difference in age. There can be a significant difference in culture, in like physical characteristics. You guys might seem like exact opposites. You guys might not be two people that, you know, people are gonna suspect that would be together, you know, but somehow there's a sense of home. There's a sense of like belonging when you guys are together, because there's the past life connection, there's the soulmate connection. So despite the differences, it's like the differences are actually making it work better, or you know, the past life connection is so strong, soulmate connection is so strong that you guys feel very much at home with one another. Okay, so this could be a relationship that you didn't anticipate, you didn't see coming, or maybe people aren't putting a lot of faith or confidence in this relationship. However, like I said, there's this strong pull towards each other, and you might say, well, I'm not going to be so worried what other people are thinking about it, and I'm going to allow myself to have this experience. Now, your next card here is the Seven of Swords, and again, This gets a bad rap, right? And for some of you, pay attention to your gut. Pay attention to the red flags, because some of you could have the Seven of Swords in that more negative sense, where you're dealing with someone who's being a little bit shady, or somebody who's trying to, get into your pants, or get into your pockets, or get into your pockets through your pants. Some of you may have that situation. For other ones of you, because of the differences in this relationship, some of you might be laying low. Some of you might not be broadcasting to the whole world that you're with this person, or that you're having this relationship with this person. You might be keeping some things to yourself, okay? Some of you may be leaving a relationship for a new one. And you may be doing it kind of quiet, kind of like on the down low. Not necessarily cheating on somebody, okay? But in the energy of finding a way out, without drawing attention to the situation. Some of you are maybe like taking this leap, like this is a lot of work, this is really hard. And so you might be taking a leap towards somebody coming in that you're feeling a strong pull towards, and you may be doing this on the down low. Some of you have started dating, and you're just not telling people that you're dating. You're just keeping your love life to yourself, okay? This is a general reading. The cards can apply in a lot of different ways, so we have to keep this in mind. The circumstances are going to be different for different ones of you, but there's an energy here of a soulmate connection, taking this leap of faith, and doing it on the down low, not being completely and totally, in everybody's face with it. You may want to check out your moon sign, rising sign, Venus sign videos. Some weeks those might resonate more than others, or give you a little extra information. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you want to go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. And be aware somebody is going around emailing people, messaging people, pretending to be me, trying to get you guys to send money to them directly, and then like they supposedly have some important message to tell you. Guys, I don't do that. I've never done that. I will never do that. I don't go around messaging people asking for money. The only way to get a reading from me is to go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Bye, my dears. Be well. Take care.